picture this, it's July in Delhi.
Oh, wow.
It's like sweltering, right?
Yeah.
And inside this super popular South Delhi gym,
Okay.
the energy is electric.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
People are like pushing themselves to the limit,
Yeah.
totally lost in their workouts.
Yeah.
And there's Meera Joshi,
Okay.
this young corporate executive.
Yeah.
She finds like solace in her routine, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then on this day,
Yeah.
everything changes.
Oh.
An argument breaks out.
Oh, no.
Voices start rising.
Uh-oh.
And then a dumbbell,
Okay.
a symbol of strength,
Yeah.
it becomes a weapon
Wow.
in this crime of passion.
It's chilling, isn't it?
It is.
How a place meant for, self-improvement
Right.
could become a scene like that.
I know.
It's a dark side.
Yeah.
How passion can twist.
Yeah, and what's even more disturbing
Right.
is the relationship at the center of it all.
Okay.
Karan Malhotra,
Mm-hmm.
the charming gym trainer,
Okay.
and Meera Joshi,
Right.
they seemed perfect together at first.
Oh, wow.
Drawn to each other through their love of fitness.
Makes sense.
But like beneath the surface,
Yeah.
there were some serious problems brewing.
Oh.
Welcome to CrimePod Castle's Twisted Love series.
It's true what they say.
What's that?
The line between love and hate.
Yeah.
It's thin,
Yeah.
but in this case, I think the line between love and obsession,
Yep.
even thinner.
Wow.
When possessiveness comes in,
Right.
things change.
Definitely. And for Karan and Meera,
Yeah.
those tendencies were there from the start.
Oh, really?
You could see it in his behavior
Wait, how?
towards other members.
Okay.
His need to be the center of attention.
Uh-huh.
That territorial attitude.
Towards Meera.
Gotcha.
That's interesting
Yeah.
because sometimes those early signs,
Yeah.
you kind of overlook them.
Of course.
We think, oh, he's just passionate or protective.
Right.
But those little things,
Yeah.
checking in all the time,
Uh-huh.
jealousy, you're trying to control decisions.
It's scary.
It can be a warning sign.
And it's so easy to get swept up.
In that whirlwind
Yes.
of attraction,
Exactly.
you mistake the red flags for love.
Or dedication.
Yeah.
Meera was so driven,
Right.
ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
focused.
Yeah.
Maybe she saw his possessiveness as commitment at first.
It's possible.
Right.
When you're a high achiever,
Yeah.
you want a partner who's the same.
Of course.
But that drive,
Mhm.
it can turn into an obsession with control.
Right.
And then it's suffocating.
Totally. And as their relationship went on,
Uh-huh.
the warning signs became impossible to ignore.
Really?
Witnesses say Karen was becoming erratic,
Wow.
questioning her every move,
Oh, no.
trying to cut her off
From
from her
love.
friends and family.
That's classic.
I know.
Abusers isolate their partners.
Right?
They create dependency, make it hard to leave.
That's awful.
It really erodes their confidence.
And it was happening right there in the gym,
Oh, wow.
the place you went to feel strong.
It's a reminder.
It is
Abuse can happen anywhere.
anywhere.
The gym almost became like
Look what
a microcosm
Right.
of their relationship.
Yeah.
He had control there.
under the guise of support.
Exact.
So messed up.
He was the expert, the
What?
one with the power.
Yeah. And tragically,
Yeah.
as Meera tried to get her independence back to take control of her own life,
Right.
things took a really dark turn.
What happened?
She decided to switch gyms.
Okay.
Just a simple act of self-preservation.
Yeah.
But Karan saw it as a betrayal.
It's interesting
It is.
how rejection,
Yeah.
even perceived rejection, can
Mhm.
trigger such extreme emotions,
Right.
especially in someone possessive like Karan,
Right.
who built his identity on control,
Yeah.
losing Meera at Hake's gym
Yeah.
in his domain.
Right.
It was like losing control of his world.
Wow.
It must have been devastating for him.
It was
in his mind anyway.
absolutely.
And it's a tragic example of how possessiveness can lead to violence.
It really is.
For Karan,
Hmm.
losing Meera at his gym.
Right.
It was like his whole world was crumbling.
It's heartbreaking. You know,
Yeah.
that a simple need for space,
Right.
for a fresh start,
Right.
could cause such a horrific reaction.
It's the distorted reality
Yeah.
that abusers create that sense of ownership. It
Mhm.
becomes so strong.
Yeah.
Any attempt at independence is
Yeah.
seen as a threat.
And as we know,
Yeah.
that perceived threat
Mm-hmm.
led to that final confrontation.
Yeah.
On that July afternoon.
Yeah.
Meera went back to the gym to get some of her things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she thought it would be quick,
Yeah.
uneventful,
Right.
but we've seen it so many times.
Sadly.
The most dangerous time for
Yeah.
a victim
Yeah.
is when they try to leave.
Absolutely.
The abuser feels desperate, out of control.
Right.
Exactly.
And that can lead to more violence.
Because they're trying to regain control.
They are.
Stop the victim from escaping.
And for Meera,
Yeah.
it turned deadly.
Witnesses described a huge argument
Oh, no.
near the locker rooms. And then the sound
Of what?
of metal hitting flesh.
Oh, gosh.
Karan snapped
He did.
in a jealous rage.
Wow.
He attacked her with a dumbbell,
Oh, my God.
hitting her over and over
Where?
in this secluded part of the gym.
A dumbbell.
I know.
An object meant for strength
Right.
turned into a weapon of hate.
It's chilling
It is.
how quickly emotions can become destructive.
The attack shocked everyone in the gym.
Of course. What happened?
People were frozen at first.
Yeah.
But then they rushed to help,
Thank goodness.
restraining Karan until the police got there.
What, for Meera?
It was too late.
Oh, no.
She had such severe head injuries. She died the next morning.
It's devastating.
It really is.
And sadly, it's all too common.
We need more awareness.
About the signs of abuse
Definitely.
and the consequences of possessiveness.
Yeah.
This isn't just about a crime.
Right.
It's a wake-up call
Yeah.
to be more vigilant,
Mhm.
to recognize those red flags,
Yes.
and to intervene.
When we see abuse
Yes, exactly.
too often,
Yeah.
we ignore the signs.
We tell ourselves it's not our business,
Right.
but silence just makes it worse.
It does.
It protects the abuser
Yeah.
and puts the victim in more danger.
The Delhi police knew how serious this was.
They did. They launched a full investigation.
Good.
They gathered evidence,
Mm-hmm.
interviewed witnesses,
Okay.
reviewed the CCTV footage,
Wow.
trying to piece together what happened.
And what did they find?
They found that Kana was controlling
Oh, wow.
and possessive.
Like how Will.
Witnesses described his behavior
Mm-hmm.
as erratic.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to isolate Meera. He was controlling.
Give me an example.
He would question her about where she'd been,
Okay.
check her phone, even try to control her workouts.
That's crazy.
It wasn't just in private.
Right.
It was happening in public.
At the gym,
Yes.
where anyone could see.
It makes you wonder,
Does it?
could this have been prevented
Yeah.
if someone had said something sooner?
That's the question, isn't it?
It
Now,
is.
hindsight's always 20/20.
Of course.
But we have to be more aware.
in the moment,
Yes.
recognize the signs.
Before it's too late.
Exactly.
You can't pretend
Right.
domestic violence is a private matter.
It's everyone's problem.
It is.
We have to be proactive,
Absolutely.
create a culture
Where?
where victims feel safe speaking up
And where?
and where bystanders feel empowered to step in.
And that starts with.
Education.
Yes.
We need to understand abusive relationships,
Right.
the red flags,
Uh,
the resources available.
Knowledge is power.
It is.
The more we know,
hmm
the better we can respond.
And as the investigation went on,
Yeah.
there was another big development.
What?
Karan confessed.
He did.
He admitted to attacking Meera.
Wow.
He said he just snapped.
Oh, the classic crime of passion defense.
Right.
But
yeah,
emotions don't excuse violence.
they don't.
Saying you lost control,
Yeah.
it downplays the abuse.
Exactly.
Karan's actions, the
Yeah.
weapon, the location.
It all points to premeditation.
Absolutely.
Abusers often shift blame.
Right.
They act like they're the victim,
But real accountability
Yeah.
means admitting you chose violence.
regardless of the circumstances.
And that's what the trial was about.
It was holding
Karan accountable.
for Meera.
The trial started in late 2021,
Yeah,
and it captivated the nation.
it did.
It sparked discussions about toxic relationships,
Mhm.
about gym safety,
Right?
and about domestic violence.
It went beyond the case itself.
It did.
It became a symbol.
The bigger struggle.
Yes.
We had to face some hard truths.
About how common abuse is.
And how it affects everyone.
Highlighted the challenges of the legal system.
When dealing with domestic violence,
Right.
how do you balance punishment?
With tough questions.
They are...
With no easy answers.
But the Delhi gym trainer case,
Yeah.
it started a conversation.
It did.
And it led to some reforms.
Like what?
People wanted stricter security in gyms,
Right.
more training for staff.
To recognize abuse
Yes,
and more awareness of resources for victims.
those are good steps.
They are.
But there's more to be done.
Definitely.
We need systemic change,
We do.
better support for victims,
Mhm.
and a justice system that holds abusers accountable.
While also addressing the root causes of violence.
It's a complex issue.
And in early 2022, the verdict came.
What happened?
Karan Malhotra was found guilty of murder,
Wow.
sentenced to life in prison.
No parole.
No parole.
Wow, that's a strong
It
message.
was a landmark decision.
Yeah.
The judge really wanted to make a statement.
What did he say?
He talked about the devastating impact on everyone.
Right.
Meera, her family, her friends.
The whole community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He emphasized the need for accountability and to stop this from happening again.
Deterrence.
Yes,
It must have brought some closure,
I think so.
knowing justice was served.
But it also left people with so many questions.
Like what?
Could this have been prevented?
That's the question that haunts us
It does.
in these cases.
We search for answers,
Right.
for signs we missed,
Yeah.
for chances to intervene.
But we have to focus on the future, too.
You're right. We can't change the past,
Exactly.
but we can learn from it
And use it.
to prevent future tragedies.
Meera's story is so sad,
It is.
but it can also be a catalyst for change.
I agree.
It can make us more vigilant
Teach us the warning signs
and help us create a culture.
where victims feel safe
Yes.
to come forward and ask for help.
We need to stop blaming victims
Absolutely.
and start empowering them
Challenge those norms.
that keep people silent.
Right.
Build a support system
To help them escape abuse.
and rebuild their lives.
It all starts with us.
It does.
Having those hard conversations.
Yeah.
Checking in on our loved ones.
Listening without judgment.
Offering support.
Recognizing that this isn't a private issue.
It's a societal one.
We all have a role to play.
We do.
It's about empathy.
Yes.
Knowing anyone can be a victim
It doesn't discriminate.
and taking responsibility.
Each other.
Preventing violence.
Supporting those who've been hurt.
The Delhi gym trainer case,
Yeah.
it shows us the dark side of humanity
How love can turn into obsession.
and violence
But it also shows the strength of the human spirit.
and the fight for justice.
Meera's story is a tragedy,
It is.
but it can also give us hope.
Hope for a better future,
A future where we're more aware
more compassionate
and more proactive.
in stopping violence.
It reminds us
That even in darkness
there's always light.
and by working together
We can create a world where love heals.
instead of hurting.
And that's it for our deep dive.
Into the Delhi gym trainer case.
A complex and heartbreaking story
We hope this episode
has made you think
about relationships,
and how to prevent violence
if you or someone you know
is experiencing abuse.
please reach out for help.
You're not alone.
There are resources available.
Don't forget to follow CrimePod Castle.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel
We'll be back soon.
with another story.
Until then, stay safe.
And stay informed.